Well, look at this. I finally got my hands on the game Extreme. But I had to get it from Germany. Why isn't anybody selling this here in the U.S.? I'm in the U.S. Why isn't anybody? Germany. I got it from. I had it shipped in from Germany. Somebody should be selling this game here, because I really like it. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know that I like the game. I like, the game on fire. Even this version of the game's kind of the second edition with different art. Here's the original. I love the game. I'm a big fan of the game. I even have this game Face to Face, which is not a cooperative, not a solo game. And now the game Extreme. I love all the games. But the game Extreme adds some cards to the game, and I'll show you them in a second, that makes the game more challenging. As if the game wasn't challenging enough, right? In the original game, you have to get rid of all these cards, if you don't know anything about the game. I recorded a video about the game a while back, but I'll tell you very quickly. You have 4 piles of cards. You got a big stack of cards you're trying to get rid of from 2 to 99, and you got 4 stacks, 2 in descending order, 2 in ascending order, and you're just trying to get rid of all your cards. What makes the game interesting too is that you have the backwards trick, which gives you a little more breathing room, right? So if I'm on a descending pile and I have the 60 there on top and I have the 70 in my hand, because you're going to have a hand of cards, I play that 70 on the 60. That's the backwards trick. I can go exactly 10 in reverse order, whether it's on the ascending pile or the descending pile. So that's basically the original game, but you can find out exactly how to play. In the game, you play it the same way, except it's got other cards. In the game on fire, for instance, this is the game on fire. It has some blue cards that they're on fire. So when you play them on your very next turn, you have to put that fire out, or you lose the game. So in this game, you got a bunch of cards that make your gameplay very complicated. It was funny because I was playing this game cooperatively. And I've played it about 4 times now. And I was playing it cooperatively, and we got beat. We got beat every time. And I thought, hey, it's these players, I mean, that's why we got beat. I'm gonna play this solo, because you can play this solo. So I'm gonna play it solo. I'll probably do a lot better, And of course, I played it solo, and I didn't do any better. The game is extreme. Okay, let me show you some of the cards. These are the infinity cards, right? Little infinity symbol on there. This means that as long as that card is exposed on top of any of the 4 piles, there can be 0 communication. Well, I don't care if I'm playing solo about this card. I don't care. But if you're playing cooperatively, you sometimes, the game, you sometimes say, hey, I love that pile. Don't put anything on this pile. Don't put anything on that pile. You're working as a team. Anyway, that card, which is the mildest one here, you cannot have, is zero communication, absolutely 0 communication, if this card is showing up on top of any of the piles. Now, if you cover it, then things go back to normal. Then you have this one here. What is that? If this card is displayed on top of one of the piles, as long as it's there, at the end of your turn, you only take back 1 card. I don't care how many cards you played. If you played 4 cards, you're not going to draw 4 cards back up. You're going to draw back 1. As long as that's visible. So you better cover it up. Another card we have here in the extreme version of the game is this one. If this card is visible on top of any of the piles, guess what? You have to play every card that you're going to play, and you have to play at least 2, right? On a regular turn. You'll have to play it on the same pile. As long as it's exposed. And that goes for every player. So if on my turn I decide to play on a different pile, I have to play both my cards on one pile, and then on the next turn the other person has to deal with this problem. So again, let's cover this up, right? because that makes the game very hard to play. This one here means no backwards trick. That's it. Big red cross on top of the 10. As long as this card's exposed on top of the pile, there's no backwards trick. Thanks, the Game Extreme. Now we get to the lightning ones. If you play this card with the little skull there, you can't wait till the next turn. You have to cover this card on the same turn or you lose the game. And you know what's interesting about this card too? If you get rid of all your cards, all of them, and this is the last card you put down, you lose because you can't cover it up. If it's the last card, you can't cover it up. It's evil. It really is evil. You got to cover that up or you lose immediately. This card here means you play this, your turn stops immediately. Boom. That's it. And this one here, you play this one, it means you have to play exactly 3 cards on your turn. Here are just a couple of the cards. And I love this blue, right? Because the original comes in the red, right? That's the fire card. Let me show you. Let me show you one of the cards here. Yeah, the original one is like that, right? And I like this blue a lot. I like that. Same skull design, you know, which some people had a problem with, but I like it. But yeah, here's some of the cards. You know, good contrast. I don't mind the skulls at all. And, you know, the Game Extreme, in my opinion, is evil. So the skulls match, you know. It's extreme. But you know what? I've really been enjoying playing this. I have not won it yet. Not cooperatively and not solo. But I'm going to keep trying because the game is one of my favorite games. I play it a lot, and now I've been playing the Game Extreme a lot. I'm enjoying. I thought at first it would be too extreme. It is extreme, but it's, you know, it's not, you know, I haven't won it yet, but I feel like I am at some point going to win. And I'm actually enjoying that extra challenge in the Game Extreme. So yeah, this is the Game Extreme. Again, I don't know why it's not being sold here in the US. Somebody should print it here. Somebody should be selling it here. You know, had to get my copy from Germany. But you know what? Here it is. And if you want one, you can get one. The Game Extreme. A lot of fun.